we're just gonna write "Hello World" for anchor. Classic thing.
Wait, so everybody that has a PC with them and wants to follow along,
Yes, you can do that.
yeah. So what this is Solana Playground. It's the internet-based IDE, correct? That's
Yep.
it, no? You can, it even sets up a wallet for you, so you don't need to do any of that stuff. You can try to follow along, develop your first Solana program.
Yeah, I have no idea if there's a place where I can send the link to everybody, but here, let me put it up.
Yeah, it's almost done.
And it's like remix in Ethereum?
Yes.
Alright.
I think if you search Sol PG, you'll find it well to.
But on another related topic, but seeing the home screen of Soul Playground, there is Seahorse, which was the old JSON right anchor in. Oh, it was Python. I thought it was TypeScript. Sorry.
No, that is beside it. That is something that people.
Yeah. So I thought the two were inside.
Seahorses, it was out of date when I joined it 3 years ago. I don't know why it's still there, but it is. I've never met a single person who has used it or even mentioned it, but it's there. Oh, I guess the one about the recording things. Where did just screenshot your eyes and see what happens.
But he was here a minute ago. I think he said it.
Oh, did he? Ugo. Oh, wait. It's recording.
It's recording. It's recording. It's
Yeah,
recording.
Alright, beautiful.
It's right.
Awesome. I guess I could have looked, but that's way less fun. Alright, okay.
With his tool.
Right.
Oh,
I don't know if there. I just went to ACG Open.
He's open.
This one's free. It's the other one.
great security lessons, guys.
Yeah, so is it safe to connect to open Wi-Fi networks in general?
No.
With a plate full of hackers, yes, very safe.
So you don't have to recommend us.
Yeah, that's.
You kind of have to assume that there are no malicious hackers on the network.
Okay. But I can trust.
But we cannot verify it.
No. Alright, so,
That's how Turbine makes it, and then fed.
okay. Everybody have to. Raise your hand if you're not here yet and you're on a laptop. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to get there. Make sure you go to this tutorial/hello-anchor.
Uncoded.
OCD with that.
What's it?
Like OCD's getting.
Oh wait, I just copied from the.
Yeah, I know. I see that when you speak, there's a typ extra stuff.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Alright. Raise your hand if you're on a laptop and you're not there yet. Okay. No worries. I just want to make sure I don't start.
Okay.
Oh, that's.
Good.
Alright. Checking it again. Raise your hand if you are not on solpg/tutorials-hello-anchor.
Sorry. Oh, stupid.
Are we good to go?
Give me 30 seconds.
No worries.
Well.
That's it.
still in beta 4 years later. And so is Solana.
If you get watch it, if you're looking at the code base in this one, listen, there's a bunch of technical updates that left there from the beginning.
From
You know, they had to get it done in 6 months. So it was not the best quality code if you can look at it.
So that's actually something I thought about when we were talking about last time about finding something we can improve. Was it that 70% of it is all indexing and data collection?
Yep. That was
So-
my thing. I was
Oh,
like, what if
yeah.
we just removed all of the console.logs?
I was gonna
How much
say,
faster would it make Solana?
I was gonna say, isn't there a faster way than just console.logging everything? Or it's not.
Yeah, I mean, they have, it's not just a console.log, it's a bunch
Yeah,
of like
of course.
moving and doing it, like, it's probably more efficient, but it's also just like, I think my suggestion was like, what if we just like did
Not
this
do it.
1 out of every 100 blocks as a benchmark instead of constantly benchmarking every single transaction?
Yeah. And then, because when we were doing the benchmarking, it was like the console logging was like 50 milliseconds or something, or 40 milliseconds, so that's just so much. So yeah, that might be something.
Yeah, that was like, I started doing that, and then I was like, oh my god, this entire code base is just logging in data
Yeah.
collection. It's like, I'm literally gonna delete, I'm gonna spend
Sorry.
4 weeks just deleting 70% of this code base before I can even test. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go back to the product land instead of
Yeah.
deep SVM land. Alright,
Well, I might try it
good luck. I mean, it's interesting, and it's just like, oh god, I like to make things instead
Yeah.
of just look at consoles.
You know, the thing is, no matter what language, no matter where, if you want to put some stuff on the AthensDAOx, which is a screen, it's going to take a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time, and it's blocking. So, yes. Okay. We're all good. Sweet. So, let's play. Cool. So, you can follow through this on your own again if you want to try it. But we're just gonna be doing a good old hello world using Anchor.
Maybe everybody set up
Is
their
this-
wallet.
Oh yes, I already have that set up. Okay, how do I do that? I click this wallet button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Click the wallet button, and then it'll probably be like, oh, you gotta submit, do your thing. Click it, it'll make a wallet, and then you'll get down here.
On the bottom left, if it's not connected, you can click on it to connect to devnet. And
There should be a red circle in the bottom left.
Just look at it.
And you should get 5 devnet souls, so this is not actual soul,
Not-
so we're not rich yet, but this is on the devnet.
but on the way to get rich.
On the way to get rich, exactly.
Cool. All right, let's start raw.
So
Yes. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I click not collected, blah 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 blah. Sure. I'm not gonna save it because I don't care about this wallet. But you'll see you'll get an address down here. This is what I'm gonna open. Yeah. Transaction history, but basically this is just the easiest place to be able to copy and paste from here. Then what you want to do is you want to go to faucet.salon. You can see it go there all the time. That's actually so saddening that F, literally just F is that. Goddamn. Oh boy. But what you do is just paste in your public key here, click 5, and then confirm airdrop. You will have to.
Login with detail.
So, for the guys that just creating it, are you getting 5 soul? Because I was getting 5 soul yesterday from just creating
The
it.
only thing is you will get 0.
Anyone else have a balance or 0?
I have an old balance.
0 as well.
No, I have 19 sold.
But he's probably
From
Oh,
something
okay.
else.
doing it before.
And anyone else? Do you get a 0 or? It should show you in the bottom left.
You probably just opened it some point in the
Yeah.
past and set it up without realizing it. Oh, come on, GitHub. Are you kidding me? I have your stupid app open and it's not doing this.
But to follow along, if you want to do that, you should have some soul. So if you don't, let me know and I'll send some.
The deployment cost is 5 SOL per program.
No, like I think
No,
this is one or two.
Depends on how much data there is.
Yeah.
Your program. This one will be less. I just do 5 because it's the most, and then you don't have to worry about doing it again. But yeah, you'll need to go through and get some Sol in your wallet to be able to actually
Yeah.
play.
Can you go to the playground?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see right here, it says 0 Sol. So anyone that also has 0 Sol here, raise your hand. Yep.
I
2.
didn't know how to do it.
Sorry.
I didn't know the wallet.
Okay, so if you press the red button, that's not connected, then you can you don't have to say I can just click continue. You use 0 Sol. Okay, now we're gonna get the wallet addresses to my machine.
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, you? Oh, no. I know. Just have everybody faucet it. I mean, I'm assuming people. Does anybody not have a GitHub? Okay. Do you have Sol in your thing or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have Sol, does anybody not have GitHub and not have Sol in their wallet?
On the internet, you get the link.
so.
If you type in from here, go to faucet.solana.com.
What a difference that is. So
No, you don't need to. So if you put 0 Sol,
yeah.
where do you
Yeah. So go there.
So I think you
And then you'll take
you
it back
showing
here,
that they have a
yeah.
faucet. So if you log in with your GitHub, you can get 5,000 Sol.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah. Just click it.
Yeah.
Easy squeeze.
Yeah.
Click that.
But you don't. So you don't have a GitHub.
Or no. Copy the link. Just
No,
click
no,
on it.
let
and
me-
it'll open the
I'll
link
send
that
you
you
some.
can steal it from easier. That's how I do it. Go here. Then just
Yeah, no. Otherwise, I'd be sending you $500. So.
there and put it in the.
It's nice.
I can send you bug, but
Yeah.
Put it in there.
Yeah.
For amount 5.
So you can playground.
you came to
Or we'll click on this and then it'll have
not to use
options.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Or go to the 5. Not
No, everything is on that one.
so
There's an extra
And then
network
first,
to actually
it might
test
ask
this
you-
stuff out.
So for some reason, I just
Okay,
opened it up
so
again.
just scroll
and
down.
Made a new wallet. with
Connect
my
your
Sol.
GitHub.
I don't know how this.
Um,
I have infinite money base, I think.
it's set in the local storage of the browser, so if you clear the cache of the browser, there's a lot of it. Maybe that's an option to do.
Yeah.
Shift F5.
So yeah, maybe you know how to reset your
The cache,
the cache.
to clear the cache from the
What happens if you try to airdrop 2 Sol? Does it let you do 2? It might be.
Yes, I can make another one.
Okay. Or okay, so dude, I'm just gonna call Jacob and start screaming at him. I swear to God.
So
So
why?
Yeah,
you
you
have to look for someone.
sit next to
No,
me.
no,
it's fine.
They made it progressive. Every year it gets worse. It gets harder and harder to learn how like to just get started on this
I
chain.
think on Ethereum sometimes it's people pay for the
Same on Solana.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you go to your playground, the thing which you want to do, the kind of
requires a GitHub account.
Yep.
Solana Pro 2.
I cannot create files. I don't even have the option to create the wallet, and
I drop the link.
okay, I'm not sure. I just have to.
Works. Okay. We'll just do it like this. I think that's. I'll just type here.
Yes.
I'll open them.
Click on that. And click it upon him. Make set files. Do not I will trade. Yeah, this is.
Alright, so what's going on here?
I guess we have to create
basically
an
it has
Rust file, right?
So you're gonna have to do everything in Rust yourself. So it's just
I need to have the option to like
yeah, and it's
create a
a
wallet.
nicer way to learn
I
it.
don't get the folder.
That's why you got to.
Second.
Yeah. May I?
So somewhere it's get so I close it.
Yeah, so this is not
the idea.
Yeah, but then all
Because I haven't updated my Google Chrome, maybe I'll have to secure boot it.
But maybe you can help. Yeah.
It took me a while to type.
I shouldn't be doing this by active.
Basic.
I'm sending names just that you already fetched them, you know.
Yeah, let's do that. So you have it.
Yeah, copy. Yeah, so Yeah, but basically,
Yeah.
just with this page. What is it more like? So some things was kind of just copying the 40% to it to click on the
Initial page, so we basically had to follow the UI to get to the
At the w.soul.
So,
Very
shout it you
What is one there?
like this. Or stuff.
Yes, I'm
Send
using
your
it, but
cash.
I just
I'm used to the.
it's crazy.
Like them. Let me see. Just look at what after the one. This is why that's what that from the course.
No, this is just my
I think this is.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So what I can do now is I have your address.
Where are you from?
Now I'll send from my wallet.
Ah, that's what I get.
Yeah. I'll send
Okay, not specifically Hungary, but it was good.
As now one like I can move to Windows and the Google Chrome will be updated.
In the beginning, I thought you were Norway.
Try that.
Everybody said that. Dutch accent, right?
No way. Either Norway or
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, exactly. So if you refresh now,
I'm not good. So,
In the end, I guess
yeah, it's balance soul free.
right,
I
right.
couldn't say the same.
Yeah, no
It's a Republic or.
But that was a good challenge.
I'm very good at this game.
It works maybe.
David, did you manage to?
Yeah, I just send him the same route. He sent me his wallet address through Telegram.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Jacob this is acceptable.
Okay. It was Apple.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, do you have Telegram by any chance?
What?
Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just send to at your
It's just very difficult. Last time I tried, I couldn't spend my days.
so.
Okay, no, never mind. So
I have Telegram, I just haven't set it up for the phone because I.
yeah, Bert, can you try the Russian history?
I will send it for send this up.
Yeah, I was trying this up last night and this morning, and both of them were involved.
I'm now logged into GitHub, but for some reason, because of the two-step authentication, it somehow missed where it was going. So I am logged into GitHub, but it's forgotten what to do with the so now it's doing it.
So anyone else that has a balance or doesn't have a balance and wants one?
I have a lot if you want.
Yeah, so yeah.
The most.
Anyone else need some more devnet soul? No?
Yeah, why don't we continue and follow along?
Yeah, I mean we want everybody to follow along, right?
Yeah, because I think I will, because it's just my airline GitHub account says it's too new to receive that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do
Okay,
you
fuck
have
this.
soul in your balance?
No, because this is what I said, I can't get airdrop because the GitHub account, when you get airdrop, it's from the first.
Okay. Yeah, I can send you some soul if you want.
It's okay.
Yeah?
Doesn't matter, it's ahead of work,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be like so.
we're gonna do another one after this, so.
Yeah, that one he need it as well, but I mean we can. It's probably during lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get it there.
I do have Telegram now.
Oh, okay. So if you send your Solana address to the one that is right here, the wallet address, you can send it to me on Telegram and I'll send you some soul.
Okay.
When I make
I
a validator
don't know why
now,
you have to
I
wait.
have a special command
You can just copy
for
it.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What was that?
when I make validator, I know there is special program for get airdrop for business solve. Maybe
Yep.
devnet also has something like this. Oh no,
We used to, and then they fucking rate limited us, so we can't do that anymore. So now we have to use their dog shit faucet that doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm going to let Jacob have it. I'm pretty pissed off.
Developer relations in the Solana ecosystem really likes to have because GitHub
New
account
problem.
No, this is just to get some devnet soul.
So if you're
Yeah,
trying
just
to
get
develop
insurance
insurance,
stuff.
yeah, You can store your stuff in GitHub.
Yeah, this one.
If you share it to everybody, that's it. As an indication that you are a developer and you eventually invite that soul to
Send me this link.
Yes, that's why that's a connection.
What about that?
You know that also that you can give the whole pod and all the certain contributions, and they actually follow every single account and make statistics year by year how many people are developing on Solana, and that's there.
Next way.
Exactly.
So after we done, so set up a GitHub account just to for the sake of
It's just in this case it's just the sake of because most of the developers use GitHub, so for most of the developers it's very easy to just log into GitHub, and then that's also the reason why it's made it so difficult. Because years ago we had
I think we're already ahead of schedule, so
like
we can just
limitless.
this stuff was
But unfortunately, a lot of people use it up. So they got the active solar wallets that could drop you down. So it went off. Like I've used the exactly. With the so hard that I think they actually have multiple steps to get to here. When you have to check with Cloudflare, you know that you have to log in with your GitHub, etc. So basically, just make a big scroll for people to see that performance.
That's good.
Σχολικά και εγώ εξασχολούμαι και
This is where there is 60 kilometer
κοίτα, ας πούμε,
between all of them. Netherlands.
φωτοβολταϊκά συστήματα, μπορείς ας πούμε να αγοράσεις την ενέργεια. Τελευταία σκέψη, αυτό θα πει Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, αν έχεις φτιάξει ολόκληρο σύστημα που ψηδεύει με μια μηχανή και κάτω low level, τη θέση έναν τάσο στο οποίο τη λες. Κατάλαβες, αυτό να συνδεθούμε καν στη συσκευή σου. Αλλά εγώ δεν είμαι devs. UX. Εγώ είμαι την ομάδα του experience προϊόντου. Ναι, εντάξει, απλώς προσδοκώ ότι δημιουργείται ένα δικό μου τώρα στο κομμάτι από τους πάντες λέει φτιάξαμε κάτι μετά πήραμε θήκο μετά από τόσο καιρό. Πρώτα θα δεις θες να φτιάξεις ομάδα με κάτι, κάθαρτες με το πελάτη και μετά θα λύσεις την παντελία. Γιατί μπορεί να είναι παντελικές, είναι κάποιες στο πάση της ώρας, μπορεί να είναι σε smartwatch, δηλαδή σε προϊόντα και αυτό πράγμα. Εδώ ξεκινάμε αυτό μου λοιπόν, λίγο είσαι small.
Όμως τελείς για τι θες, να σου στείλω.
Ας ξέρεις, τις εταιρείες που είναι το product tracking,
Εντάξει, τόσο complicated Google content, είναι απλά secure evolution στο γιατί είναι τα δύο
το product tracking.
Yeah, it's
Alright. Does anybody still not have devnet sold?
Yeah, I'll send it to it, but I think everybody else.
Okay. Then let's get started. So you could just follow this and hang out and be fun, but I'll just explain it to you. So before we get started, like everything else, we're going to import the packages that we need to use. So we're just going to use anchor lane, prelude, star. This just imports everything that you will need to use anchor. And then from there, what we need to do is there's a macro, which is declare ID here. And then this will just be whatever the public key is for the program. Automatic build. Okay, that's cool. So this will just hang out. Okay, well, yes, chords in it. But this will just hang out for now.
What do you
TypeScript. But yeah, so this is just basically import things, say what the program ID is going to be for this program. It'll be automatically loaded in for us later anyway. So now let's actually get into our program. So for it to know that it's a program, the first thing we do right here is say declare that it's a program. So this is a macro. This comes from the anchor lang. It's like, hey, this thing is a program, and it means when we compile it, it's going to do a bunch of other stuff behind the scenes to actually make it executable. And then we say use super bracket star, which is just like, hey, import from the do the things from our global program object file and do all of those things. This is just class stuff. No classes and stuff. I have a few interfaces, yada yada yada, and then we just have various functions, and these will be our instructions. So in a program, you can have multiple different instructions that you can execute. Like for example, a simple escrow program, you'll have an instruction to initialize it, put the money in the escrow, and then take the money out of the escrow, and then close the escrow. So those would be 4 different instructions. For this, we're just going to say hello world. So for now, everything will be, there will be a context of hello. That's not established yet, but it will be. And then it'll always return a result. Is it always empty, or can the stuff return?
Yeah, it expects an empty.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't actually get stuff back. But right now it's just saying okay, which in Rust this is, Rust way better. What is this called?
Which one?
Just the okay.
It's an empty tuple.
Okay.
It's an okay side. Okay, it's happened. Besides that, it's
like return, right?
Yeah, it's like this is a successful return and we're returning nothing. Essentially, is what this okay means. And then so consider using mod in Rust. That's different. That's different file. So we use super, which means import everything that's outside of the scope. Yep, okay. We create our hello instruction. That's what's going on right here. We take a context. We'll actually find that context later.
We gotta put in our message.
Yeah. So that's what's going to go down here. So to actually make this do anything relevant, well, we have to put it before the okay because that's the return. But hey, just have it print out a message. It's crazy. So that's like the actual logic here. And then this other thing here, this derive accounts, this will be saying kind of what are all of the accounts that we need to make this work. So because we're just going to log hello world, we don't actually need any accounts here. But if we were, like for example, just a transfer between 2 people, instead of this accounts, we would have, instead of it being blank, we'd have 3 accounts, one of them being the sender, one of them being the destination, and then the third one being the system program, which is the actual program that takes the SOL from here and puts it over there. So those are the accounts that we would need. We don't need any of that here because you can just message without having to have any programs. It's just native Rust. So this is as simple as possible. And then what you need to do is you actually have to build it, which will come here. There's this beautiful pink button right here that we can click, and it'll build for us. Now you can see EVQ, BR, blah, 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 just giving us an ID. And so right now what it's doing is just compiling this down and building it as you would with any other compiled language. And you can see it completed. There was one warning, but doesn't matter. What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, because it's under, so we're actually using context, so we can do that to make it.
I think you need to change the tab on the left. You selected the first one, yes, by clicking on the second one.
Yeah, so now. Oh no, that's the 1, 2, 4. Yeah, you can see now I built it. It was successful, no errors. Yeah.
Okay, so.
There should be the button in the top left.
It's the top of the left.
Or is it just not there?
No, it's just you have to sing the top on the left, so you're
Okay, now you can go to build and deploy.
Oh, I see. Instead of having the.
It's just called
You build.
You were here, I was here, and I had to click here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so then enter. What's this?
Actually, we select your actor.
There's a big one.
Is this based in Haitian?
Yeah. No, it looks good. Maybe click here.
Maybe we'll do that after this, and then we'll do the after out. Whatever.
Figure out this like great. You know what's going wrong here? Just this doesn't give an error, just a build error.
I used
Oh,
to
wait.
do because
The muffin mark.
Come on.
No, I haven't. I have 0 airdrops in the last 7 days. So how did I exceed my 2 requests for every 8 hours, Jacob? Explain
That's
it to me.
connected to the internet.
it was hosted Solana. That was the technique.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Who is Jacob?
He's the head of DevRel at Solana Foundation.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, sweet. Okay.
A very important person.
So then you can just remove this.
So what is the technique?
I think it's an old.
Address?
Just click on build.
Right.
And now it's building, so you have to wait a bit. And it should give you an error about the unused variable, but you can change this by doing an underscore here. Context. And that's the nice thing about the compiler. It gives you feedback on your building, like, hey, you're not doing this correctly. Yeah, and then you build it again.
This has been a problem for 3 fucking years, and it just gets worse. It pisses me off every time.
Yeah, there you go. No comments. Then you can click the, are we already at the floor?
Maybe we should just send him a picture, you know, of us, like,
Struggling.
without with some expression.
Very angry. That's just for fun.
Give me
Have you
soul
seen this
and
coin
give me that.
that was released about Gensler?
No?
That started with F? It was
I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
it was called anyway F.
I think like now the Shopify was just the internet.
And of course it was a rug. But,
And Rug by Anakin, now he's out, he can do whatever he wants.
he doesn't
I
care.
also exceeded the airdropping
Then I just go to your face.
He was, so you should already have some soul, right?
Yeah, half straight.
Okay, then you don't need to do that.
I was just trying to redo it and
Okay.
That's
Didn't
me.
work.
Somebody who's interested.
who is that? The guy where should be shouting at.
Yeah, that's the person you wanna send all your complaints to Bert.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Jack, I thought this was Pierce from Mountain Down. But
That's me.
yeah, that's you. Okay, cool. I think everybody completed the build, right?
Yes.
Okay, so once you've built, then you can click the deploy button, and this won't work because I have no fucking money.
Send me some your
No, I
have some as well. Just don't worry.
not as much as I need because every time I
yeah, it's
run out of money constantly.
You know, that's why it's good if you started 4 years ago and could have been able to like average yourself thousands of.
I think that's why there's some actual value for devnet soul if you want people want it fast. I think UBS has it there or faucet.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to pay for that stuff.
It's crazy. It should be.
It should be.
It's for
Is there
that.
anything more helious than charging for something that's free?
Class bit twisted clip rope.
No. So you're good because you have free soul. So did you deploy the firmware?
Yeah. It says you will come coming out. So it's configured.
Upgrading costs 1.2, so will you have 3?
Where's this?
Okay, just try again, build.
I'm actually confused. The Faraday, what was? You need to put your wallet address in the
Wait,
Faraday.
Now the ID is getting
Yeah,
generated
and then
and
you
you
need
build
to
the
deploy.
program. It's getting automatically pulling that.
That's not okay then.
You just have to push that, or you just have to put
Type deploy.
It's like
Yeah. You don't have enough soul. He has 3 soul, but it's not enough to destroy
maybe I
another world.
have a
But it costs this one thing.
mistake in the
Yeah,
first
it's
line.
this.
This one I copied.
Oh, let's see if I'm sending myself 3 songs.
Okay, yeah, let's see if it works here and then it was working this morning.
Bullshit. Think land. You said, oh, that should be a star.
That is this one.
You say something else. Look. It's not that.
You don't have to understand.
Star.
You should be a star.
I
Tussen
even the chef.
some people, they serve it. And what was profit going to be? What does it say? Do you have it over it? Or
Ah wait, I can copy this.
well,
I mean, maybe I can only imagine he's not. I can't imagine him being here.
Wait a second.
Even the day they're having to call in.
yeah. Nice. Good. No, that's good.
Now it's still me, but before I reading down.
Alright.
Ah yeah, that's it. Some syntax mistake that I don't see, but
No, I wasn't, you do it for
no,
the first time.
again, because no, wait, deploying one. Wait.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so it looks like it actually required 2.54 soul or something to deploy it, but just, yeah. Skip that. When it says you don't have enough, just say no, and then it'll actually complete. I don't know why it says no.
Can you say that?
Then, would you like to request an airdrop? No.
Upgrade basically means that we redeploy. Or
Kijk, mensen pissing in baan. Either.
Okay, I have your address, I'll send you some more. We'll reinforce it.
Wait. Think it's hard to make this.
Okay, try again.
On it, just blow
Sería one for dinner, no morning. I will speak sleep.
Yeah, that's fine as soon as you get the underscore. It works at the
You
scene.
gotta.
Somehow when I type with myself, it's getting there. It's now that I copy paste it, it's straight.
That's always copy paste.
Yeah, that's what I've
How I
whole life.
code.
Oh, so here's trying 79 transactions. That's why it's so expensive.
No, well that's normal. Deployments, yeah, well that's low for a deployment.
Yeah, you know,
Normally it's like
your
5 or
package
6.
limit of 1.2 kilobytes. And the programs are usually bigger than that, so you have to split up.
Okay.
If ever reach your
Why you never want to deploy a program via a ledger.
Yeah.
Because then you guys like. Yeah.
And maybe the airdrop faucet was run dry.
Yep,
The
just
faucet is
ignore that.
Yeah.
The faucet's broken.
Then yeah.
Alright, cool. So once you're deployed, then we'll click client here, and this will bring us back here. It'll make this client.ts. So this is now from the front end side of things, how we're actually going to interact with our program.
Yeah, so once you deploy it, it's actually on the Solana blockchain, on the devnet. So it's already there. But now we're gonna.
Yeah, so actually you can see now from here, I'll have like a gazillion fucking transactions because it's from deploying it.
Maybe you get a hash from the.
Oh, I'm just doing this to
See,
demonstrate the point of how much it takes to actually deploy something.
And the first thing in this is that when you're upgrading a program, what you just ask, that it's gonna deploy the whole program again. So in average, for a really simple program, it takes like 300 transactions to get your program on the chain when you are actually pushing it to the chain. And when you're changing one letter in the code to recompile it and push it again, it's going to be 300 transactions again. But you pay again.
Yeah.
And you have to pay for it.
Yes.
But
But you can close buffer accounts to get money back, but
it's minuscule cost, but you know, it is 300 transactions.
But that's why you deploy the mainnet. No, I see.
yeah, that's why you wait.
That's why
Yeah,
it's
it's
deployed to the Solana mainnet, which I was testing. Otherwise,
Only they had a way to close all your buffer accounts that actually worked.
You have another question?
Like there's no optimization. Like it basically looks at the binary and only redeploys a part of it or something like that.
Well, funny enough, that's what I was working on a year ago. I didn't finish it, but I actually achieved that point where you could upgrade program with one transaction.
Yeah. Because
But it's you know, you have to so on a chain you have to be able to replace that spot in the program, so you have to save the whole program in an extra account. And I actually wrote a contract that did that. So store the program data in an extra account, and then based on that, you know, when I agreed it, I just send that little piece, and the program replaces that little piece. The only thing is that it's really, really expensive for computation units to do all those operations on chain. So it's a little not worth it.
Cool. All right. So now here, this is just going to, if you want to, you can just print our thing that we already know, which is our address. But we will need that because we need, as we saw with transactions earlier, we need to know what the program ID is to be able to interact with that program. So, and like if we go, you can see that it exists and is a program that does nothing. Come on. Cool. But yeah, you can see it does exist.
You should say.
And I am the upgrade authority. As you can see, that is my account. Cool. Now if we actually want to interact with the program, it's pretty damn simple, especially if you're using the anchor style of things, which this does is you just call, like, right now we have PG because we're in the Solana program, or the playground, but normally it would just be program.methods.hello.rpc, and earlier you establish your program with the anchor library. This does it all for us, but it's very simple. So we'd say, okay, we're going to go to the program, we're going to do the hello method, which is the hello instruction. And if we do it, it'll just run, and then we can see our transaction. And so you might be wondering, hey, why didn't it say hello world here? Because it's not saying it on the client side of things. It's saying it on chain. So if we actually go into this transaction here, we can look into the instruction log and see that log hello world. So that's the hello world. It's that simple. You can also, I guess, do this way in command line. I never do this, but let's see it. I don't know why it's trying to say yes, but yeah, you can see these logs here as well. You can also do like program.getLogs, blah 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 blah, and that's the whole thing. What is this test UI?
just the testing page.
Okay, you can start just test button.
Where's the test button?
You see a test button? I don't see a test
Button.
or doubles test.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Hello passed, and you can see it on the Explorer. I guess they just have pre-written tests they don't expose to the user for some reason. Good, that's very useful to be able to see that code more than this code, but I guess not. But yeah, that is like the very, very, very simple version of Anchor for just hello world. After lunch, we will get into making something that actually does something. So we'll probably make an escrow. So we'll actually take in accounts, we'll take in data, and do all this stuff, and be able to really play with Solana. Are there any questions?
So if you test, you don't try it on the blockchain. You just test.
It depends on where your RPC is. So this one is actually, since it's on devnet, is testing it on devnet. So it is, but you can, like normally what I do, that everybody does, is you'll have your local validator, you get it all testing there because that's actually free, and then you move it to devnet where it's supposed to be free. But is it always free?
There's actually 3 networks in the Solana. The one is the mainnet, that's the real life, and you're actually sending Solana in that that's money. Then you have the devnet, what we are using to development. So that's why I should have free Sol to be able to deploy and to interact. And there's also a testnet, which actually is just made for to test the software itself, if it can handle all this stuff.
Yeah. So that's where we do like benchmarking and testing and preview features, etc. on testnet. Devnet is supposed to just be a free version of the same thing as mainnet.
Yeah, so it's actually the same, except that if some of the companies that don't deploy their program on devnet, you can't test that. For example, there are some contracts or some companies that are only on mainnet, and that makes it, of course, really hard to test it.
Yeah, and you also have the locals then, right?
Yeah, you can do the local bet, and that's something that even if you have things like that, you can clone a program from mainnet to your local thing very easily. I'll show you how.
So this is on that's devnet. So it's you made a program on the Solana blockchain, but then on the developer side. Because otherwise it costs you like how much? Like $400 if I'm testing.
Yeah, it depends on how much you saw now.
I wish.
That's for Hello
It's for Hello World.
You're missing.
Oh, for
you're
Hello
sending a
World.
message to the blockchain.
Yeah, no, it'd be expensive. I mean, here, let's. I think
Expensive Hello, yeah.
when this is going to cost me when I deploy it probably like $1,500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But when I can close the program and get that money back. It's not gone forever. It's just like that is.
That's how scam works.
Yes, but I mean, you can definitely scam people by having them like create escrow accounts and then you close the program and it's like, okay, you can't get your money back from an escrow. It's hilarious. I did that to someone who fucked me over. I mean, he only lost $11 worth of store, but so felt good. But yeah, so you can see here, this is, I can just say test validator clone, and then this will take these two programs off of mainnet and copy them to localnet so I can use them when I'm testing locally. Just to make Jacob not seem like a villain, there's a reason they have these, because they're losing like millions of dollars a year by running devnet, because it's basically they're just running the same chain on Solana and they make no money from it. So that's why they don't want people to just be airdropping and using it a lot, because it's like they're operating servers and they're operating these servers for free. And so if people are just spamming it, they could just run Solana out of money. Like if there wasn't all of this stuff to prevent you from doing it, I guarantee you there'd be like 10 EVM maxis that should try and destroy the chain so that Solana runs out of money.
Turning down these.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what actually I just explained a minute ago, that there were a lot of people that actually maliciously emptied all these false wallets, and then no developer could get any Sol anymore. And then Solana Foundation filled up another developer wallet, put in some safety measures, and they drained it again. So and it has to do even more.
From an experience standpoint, no, I don't think they really tested it. Because let's say we do a course here and you open a GitHub account and you try to get an airdrop from a faucet and the system responds, your GitHub account is very new. So you never get it.
Even that. Okay, that's cool.
No, this is what happened to me now.
Okay.
So I'm set. The way I would build it is you receive an airdrop one time and there's a time gap. Like if you try again the same day, that you know, but not in your first airdrop.
That's actually on. There is a faucet on chain, so you can use the CLI to actually airdrop yourself, and that
hasn't worked in years, dude.
It's like
that does sometimes once a day.
Once
a day for 2
it's a
hours.
job to have a testnet anyway, and not because I farm a lot, I do a lot of farming, and I'm in like 50, 60 between projects, okay? So it's never happened to me to say to get just the testnet tokens in. To include my GitHub or whatever, I'm supposed to be a user, doesn't mean like that. Or I could be just looking around.
Yeah,
But I get the point where they're operating the servers, but at least have an entry point.
Yeah, I mean, they should just like, I will literally send you a fucking vial of my DNA if you let me get as much DevNet Sol as I want. Like, I straight up would do that. I will do whatever fucking KYC you need. And they just don't. They're like, oh, the GitHub's fine. It's like, okay, let me get as much as I want. I'm fucking one of your teachers for your most widely taken classes and onboarding hundreds of people every quarter, and I can't get devnet Sol, and my student can't get devnet Sol. That's
sad.
Yeah,
That's
it's
sad.
really annoying. Like, just literally give Turbine 100,000 devnet Sol and let us make our own faucet that only our students can use. I'm not actually telling them.
Yeah, just tell them that.
But you cannot take Sol from the devnet on and use it on the...
No.
There needs to be an
So the only problem is
for
that
authentication.
there might be an attack in the devnet to deploy a lot of...
Yeah, it's just like
power.
people are just gonna try and make it so that all of the servers are, well, they're already always running at 100% capacity anyway, so it's kind of the whole point of Solana, but...
Well, the thing is, they award the hackers and not award the new users.
Yeah.
In this way. So it's like sentiment-wise, it's... Because I do the UX for ecosystem of projects that we handle renewable asset management software anyway. So we handle 25% of the world's renewable energy. And we also have a platform that you can also trade energy, like you trade in an exchange. And they prevented me from getting the faucets. So I mean, the screening was not exactly right.
There are multiple ways and multiple web-based faucets that you can also join. I'm not sure which Discord, but one of the Solana Discord, and there's also an extra channel that you can put your wallet address in, and then you can get airdropped.
From Discord, I guess my account is like 1 million years old, so I guess I would get it. But I'm trying to say that not everyone is trying to use has a GitHub or an expert.
Yeah, for sure.
The thinking too much like a developer. It's like what like
every single time I see Jacob, I tell him that. You want to onboard the next 1 million users? Get people that know how to make apps that people want to use. Don't just have developers making tools for other developers.
Yeah. I think we have lunch soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
I'm not on the...
Can you imagine going down some lunch? Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.